Hey guys, MC Atlas here, and welcome to part 31 of how to build a world flag map in Minecraft. Today we will be building the countries of Iraq and Kuwait. The blocks you will need for this tutorial are black, green, white, red, and, hold on, give me a second, grey concrete for the border between Iraq and Kuwait. I'll explain in a little bit. But yeah, anyways, we're going to go over to this, not the top rightmost point of Jordan, but the easternmost point of Jordan, as you can see. So where we have these two blocks sticking out here, and on this block right here, we're going to go down by 1, right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, down by 1, right by 4, down right by 1, right by 2, down by 1, right by 2, down by 1, right by 1, down by 1, right by 1, down right by 1, right by 1, down right by 2, right by 1, down right by 2, right by 1, and then we're going to go down right by 1, right by 1, 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 down right by 2, right by 1, down right by 3, right by 1, down by 1, right by 1, down right by 5, right by 1, down right by 3, right by 1, sorry, hold on, right, down right by 4, right by 1, down right by 4, right by 1, down right by 5, right by 1, down right by 2, right by 1, down right by 1, right by 5, down right by 1, right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, down right by 1, right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up right by 1, right by 4, and we'll start with the border with Kuwait. So get out your grey concrete, and on this second block of this row of 5, or yeah, on the second row of 5, we're going to go up by 2, so we should have something like that. Go right by 1, up by 2, and have another row of 2 to the right of that row of 2. On this block, go up by 2, and a row of 2 to the right of that row of 2. On this block, go up by 3, down right by 1, up by 4, right by 1. Get out your black concrete and go up right by 1, up by 1, right by 1, up by 1, right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down right by 1, right by 3, down by 1, down right by 1, right by 1, up by 2, and left by 1. We're going to leave that blank. We might as well finish the border. So we'll go to this block over here. We're going to go right by 2, down by 2, down right by 1, down by 2, left by 3, up by 1, left by 1, up by 2. From this block, go down by 2, right by 1, and on that same block, go left by 2, down left by 1, down by 2, right by 3, down right by 1, down by 2, down right by 1, down by 1, down right by 1, down by 1, down right by 2, down by 3, right by 1, and on that same block we're going to go left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go up right by 1, left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up by 3, left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up left by 1, left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if it connects up diagonally like this, then that's how you know you've done it right. Let's just quickly fill in this little part in with green. You might have done that already, but I forgot to say that, so there. We'll do the Kuwait flag later. Let's finish off our border with Iraq. So we're going to go over to this block right here. Go right by 4. Up left by 1. Right by 2. Up by 1. Down right by 1. And right by 1. On this block, go up left by 1. Up by 1. Up left by 2. Up by 1. Left by 1. Up left by 3. Up by 1. Up left by 1. Up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up left by 1. Down left by 1. Left by 1. Up left by 2. Up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up right by 1. Up by 3. Up left by 1. Up by 1. Left by 1. Up by 1. Left by 1. Up by 2. Up left by 2. Up by 1. Up left by 2. Left by 4. Up right by 1. Left by 3. Up by 1. Left by 1. 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 Up by 1. Left by 2. Up by 1. Left by 2. Up by 1. Left by 3. Up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Left by 1. Up by 1. 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 Left by 2. That was a lot of repeated instructions, so just count how many there is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6. Yeah, that's 6 individual, just 2 blocks going up left, kind of. If you understand what that is, I don't know. But yeah, just check. It looks like that, and we can continue on. On the block we just left off on, we're gonna go up by 4. Left by 1, up right by 1, up by 2, left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up by 4, right by 1, down by 1, right by 2, up by 2, left by 1. We can fill that in with red concrete. And continuing on, we're going to go up by 2, right by 1, up by 1, right by 1, up by 2, down right by 1, up by 2, right by 3, up by 3, left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up by 4, right by 1, up by 1, right by 2, up right by 1, up by 1, down left by 1, left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On top of that row of 5, we'll have another row of 5, just like that. On this block right here, we're going to go left by 3, up by 1, left by 1, up by 1, left by 4, up by 1, right by 1, up by 2, left by 1, up by 1, 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 left by 1, up by 3. To the left of that row of 3, we'll have another row of 3. On this block, we're going to go up by 2, left by 1, up left by 1, and up by 1, and hopefully we should connect up with Turkey diagonally, just like this. We should have built that. Yeah, we should have built it like that, I believe. I mean, it's black, but yeah. Hopefully you built that in Turkey. If that isn't built, I can't remember if I built that in the Turkey episode or not, but just do diagonally up left by up left diagonal and up by 2, and that'll connect up with Turkey. I can't remember if I built that. Did I build that? Okay, whatever, doesn't matter. This is what the finished product should look like. Well, I say finished product, we've only done the borders. But let's get on with the flag. I think we should get on with the Kuwait flag first, because that one's going to be a lot quicker. So, get out your black concrete. We're going to go to the top block of this grey border here. So we're going to go to this block right here with black concrete. We're going to go down by 2, right by 2, down right by 1, down by 1, right by 2, down right by 1, down by 1, right by 1, down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Connect up diagonally like that. On this block, continuing on with this block, we're gonna go right with white concrete until we hit black concrete. And below that row of white concrete, we're gonna have a row of red concrete. And we're going to take out our white concrete again. And where we have this 2 block gap here between this block and this block, we're just going to fill that in with white. And on top of that row of white, we'll have a row of green. And hopefully it should be self-explanatory at this point. The top part should be filled in with green. The middle part should be filled in with white. The bottom part filled in with red. And the left part filled in with black, which I will quickly do now. And so this is what a finished Kuwait should look like. And now let's get on with the flag of Iraq. So let's do the tricolor borders first. So get out your white concrete. Let's do white concrete. And on this block right here, hopefully you can locate that. We have this row of 4 here. And on the up left block of that, we're going to have a row of white. And beneath that row of white, we're going to have a row of black. There we go. And with our red, we're going to go to where we filled in this block in with red. Directly to the left of that, we should have a row of red, if that makes sense. If you eyeball it, it'll make sense, you know. And beneath that row of red, we're going to have a row of white. Alright, I say let's get on with the scripture. I forgot what it is called. What is it called? I forgot what it translates to. So if someone can do that in the comments below, that'd be pretty cool. But anyways, where we have this harsh diagonal here, or hopefully you can locate that. So yeah, it's on the upper end from this block. From this block, we're gonna go down left by 1 with green. Go down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. we're going to go left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up right by 1, right by 2. Go down by 1, down left, down right, and up right by 1. So we should have that hole there. And on this block, we're going to go up right by 1, up by 2, up right by 1, right by 1, down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right by 2, right by 3, sorry. And then go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go up right by 1. With white, go up by 2. With green, go up by 1. Left by 1. Down by 1. Up left by 1. Left by 1. Down by 1. Left by 2. And on this block, with white, go up by 1. And with green, go up by 2. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, then we're gonna go down until we reach that part again. And then from this block, go right by 3. And then go up until you are just 1 block short of that block there. And then we can just fill this in with green. Just like that. So, pretty quick. And yeah, that's the first part of the scripture, is it? I don't know. It's Arabic. I believe so, yeah. Anyways, let's get on with this part. With white concrete on this bottom right block, we're going to go right by 3. With green, we're going to go right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go up by 2. Up left by 1. Left by 3. Up by, well, up until we hit black concrete. There we go. And then we're going to go up left by 1. And then down until we hit green concrete. And fill this in quickly. And that's the second part done. So now let's go to the bottom left part of this first thing we did here. On this block with our white, we're going to go left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With green, we're going to go left by 1, up by 2, up left by 1, left by 3, up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Go right by 1, up left by 2, and down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I don't know if I miscounted that. So just go all the way down until you meet with this block right here, and then do an additional 3 downwards, and then go right in here until you hit green, and we can fill this in just like that. We're gonna take out our white again from this block. We're gonna go left by 3 with white, and with our green we're gonna go left by 1, and then we're gonna go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up left by 2, down by 1, left by 2, down left by 1, down by 2, left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, up by 2, up right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, go right by 1, up left by 1, left by 1, down by 1, left by 1, down by 1, left by 1. We're just going to go down and left by 1, just like that, until we reach this point right here. From here, we're going to go down by 4. And to the left of this row 4, we're going to have another row of 4. From this block, we're going to go right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Up by 3. Right by 3. Down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, up by 4, down left by 1, down by 3, left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up by 1, left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, down left by 1, right by 1, down by 2, up right by 1, down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, left by 1, down by 1, left by 2. From this block right here, we're gonna go left by 1, up by 2, right by 4. With white, we're gonna go down by 2. With our green, we're gonna go down by 2, right by 1, and up by 1. And from this block, we're just gonna go right until we hit green concrete. And yeah, we can just fill this part in with green concrete, and that should be the end of the Arabic script on the Iraq flag. So just give me a second to fill this in. I'm making a couple of mistakes, but yeah, there we go. And so that is description done on the Iraqi flag. All that's needed to do now is to fill the top part in with red, what's left of the middle part in with white, and the bottom part in with black, and I shall cut to see what that should look like. So this should be the finished product of Iraq and Kuwait. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. This was kind of a more popularly requested video. But yeah, the next video isn't going to be Saudi Arabia or Iran. It's going to be the Caucasus region. I was actually going to do that after Turkey, but I ended up doing Syria because I forgot about it. But yeah, the next video, Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan. That's the Caucasus region. I'm going to stop talking now. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.